Hello, everyone. I hope you're okay today. Welcome to Illinois Whispers, and I'm Daya. And thank you for being here in this space. This is my new channel. So, if by the end of this message, you feel like you like the message, you like the channel, and my reading, please subscribe, leave a comment, and like my video, because that really helps me a lot with the growth of the channel. So thank you. So I got some messages here for you already that I wrote. So there's an interesting energy today. It's quite pure, it's quite beautiful. It's an energy of a collective that is healing their mind, body, and soul. Okay, I forgot to write that. Oops, I forgot to write there too. Mind, body, and soul. Of course, probably most people that's kind of a given. Most people they are into tarot readings. They are working on themselves. So you probably be like, duh. Of course, that's why I'm here. But no, this is I know that it's a given, but it's a collective that it's really working to align the mind, body, and soul. It's a collective that is doing energy healing. It's a collective that is doing somatic movement. It's a collective that is listening, learning how to listen to their body. It's a collective that is getting all this ascension symptoms, and I feel like it's a collective that is feeling their energy centers, like their crown chakra. So sometimes if you're not feeling this, it doesn't mean that this reading is not for you, but it might mean that you are on the way to get there. Like you're doing some work and those symptoms might arise soon. So this message is also for you not to worry, because, healing and expanding our consciousness, it comes with some physical symptoms, okay? Imagine like everything that is happening in our body, all the blockages being removed from our body and our mind, expanding our consciousness, our levels, like we are accessing places of our brain that we haven't before. So this comes with some symptoms. I've been there sometimes. I am still going through it. The difference is that sometimes you get that for a while, and then it's an integration process, and it's almost like your body has to adjust to all the light code, being sent to our bodies in this ascension, right? So look, if you're new to this channel, I talk a lot about ascension and expansion of the consciousness. So I talk a lot about this. So maybe if you're not really into this subject, maybe I'm not a reader, maybe this message is not for you. But if you are interested, yes. But what I mean is that sometimes, yes, when we do all that work, there is an integration process, right? Our body has to adjust to all that light that is coming, that is flowing. And then we have a moment that we were allowed to integrate that. And then we have like, okay, this moment of breeze, like a bliss that, okay, our body feels a bit more comfortable. And then just to come a new wave again, So I'm feeling that the reading is going to be talking a lot about this. And if you're not still experienced that, or maybe you're just beginning your journey and maybe you're very far along already, but I think that if you got here, I don't believe in like coincidences. I think that if a video pops up for you, there is a message here for you. Take what resonates. It's a collective reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest to the others, but I do believe there might be a message here for you. So yes, like I said, I'm talking to a collective that is doing some like strong healing, energy healing process here, and I channeled some messages that kind of reflect that. I was going to pull out an oracle card to already have that before the reading starts, like to come with the notes I took, but I felt guided to do this on camera with you. And I also felt guided to pull up from this this oracle deck that is called the Anatomy of a Witch. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck, guys. It's from Laura Tempest, and you know, she's an artist, and she is I'm not getting, this is not propaganda. I just really like this deck. It's really beautiful. It's new. I'm connecting to it, but the moment I touched it, I already felt such a great connection, because it talks a lot about the body, mind, and spirit, right? So I felt guided to get some cards from this deck. Okay, let's light up this incense here. And all right, let's get to our reading. I'm gonna tell you, I just need to take a sip of my water and my tea. Because you know, when I'm preparing for your reading, I talk a lot, like out loud already. So it was like I'm talking like to myself, to God, to my spirit, to like my higher self. Like I speak words out loud, you know, as I write them. And so I've been working over an hour here to preparing for this reading, and I feel like my throat is already kind of dry, but maybe this is a message, maybe working on your throat chakra. I'm drinking sage tea with lavender and a little bit of licorice. Sage tea, okay, I'm feeling guided to say that. Sage tea, in case you don't drink it, it's very good. Well, to help you tune in with your intuition. Apart from all its health benefits, there is also like this cleansing aspect of it, like a spiritual cleansing, and helps you tap in your intuition, helps you connect with your crown chakra, and it's really good too. So, okay, let's start with your channeled messages. Very interesting. When I was writing, I felt guided. I started drawing this little thing here, and it's like it's supposed to be like some lavender. And I wrote lavender and amethyst. And it's interesting because amethyst also came on the message of yesterday's reading. So it's a very strong feeling I'm having for amethyst in the past couple of days. So I think that it's, again, a collective that is opening, is like working on their crown chakra, opening their crown chakra, balancing all these energies. I'm feeling guided to tell you that if you're feeling some uncomfortable sensations on your crown, like pressure, it's like almost like pulsing. Of course, guys, this is, you know, if you feel like this is something that needs more attention, I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you to just ignore it. If you're feeling pain, it's not supposed to be painful, okay? It's not painful. It's a weird feeling. It's a tingling. You know, it happens mostly when you are reading about something, or when you are meditating, when you are in the zone, you know. It's a tingling, it's a pulse. It can be a bit uncomfortable because it's kind of a pressure, you know, sometimes in your third eye as well. But guys, if you're feeling like pain, that it's like making you dizzy or anything else, it's always good to double check, okay? Go see a doctor. I'm not telling you, okay, ignore your symptoms, okay? But usually you will know if it's related to your spiritual ascension, okay? You sometimes ask yourself, like, you feel it in your body, okay? If it's something, because it comes with other symptoms too. It comes with, you know, growth. It comes with other things that you are experiencing, more awareness. But it's not supposed to be painful, okay? So, not telling you to just ignore pain. I'm just saying that if you are in this path of ascension, meditating quite a bit, getting in touch, like you're spending on your consciousness, activating your energy centers, this might happen. Just like in your, sometimes in your heart, you can feel like a little pressure, but it's always good to double check if it's really getting uncomfortable, you know. So just saying that disclaimer, okay? I'm not saying please ignore that everything is related to that. It can be something physical that needs to get some attention, okay? But in this particular reading, I'm going to talk to people that are experiencing some of those ascension symptoms, okay? And all right, let's go. Mind, body, and soul. I just got that. So first thing I got was the tree of life, map of you. Okay, so I got tree of life, map of you. For those who haven't, it's the Kabbalah, right? It's the tree of life is the map of us, right? Is the conscious, subconscious, the feminine, the masculine, or intuition. Our earthly matters as well, our energy, right? The energy that we put here in this world, like our passion. So it's basically the tree of life reflects, has all those things that they reflect. It's like a map of us, right? So perhaps you're feeling guided to study a bit more about the tree of life and the energy centers. I got energy centers, remove blockages, somatic movement. Okay, I feel that it's important. If you got it to say that somatic movement helped me quite a bit. I still do it. It's still helping me. When we store a lot of trauma in your body, and trauma, when I speak about trauma, I'm not just saying like a huge, sometimes we're not talking a big accident or like a big event. Of course, it also holds its power in your body. But sometimes trauma, guys, can be even something that, like bullying, like a very bad heartbreak. It leaves a wound, and we store that in our body. Sometimes we just want to get over with it. Like somebody breaks our heart, or you end a big relationship like that was very important to you, or the loss of a loved one, and sometimes we don't respect the time for grief. We have so much going on, work or whatever, and then I used to really play and tell my mom when I had my heart broken. I used to say, I just need to watch some romantic comedy, eating like my ice cream. I just need to listen to Adele, I just need to process and do that. Okay, I'm feeling guided to say that because sometimes we just so worried about being okay. Like, I have to be okay. I have to get over it. I have to, whatever happened. And I'm not just talking about love. Okay. I'm not just talking about heartbreak, even though this is coming strong, but, sometimes the loss of a job, the loss of an opportunity that you really wanted. And sometimes, bullying or, judgment or anything, or actual physical trauma, abusive relationships that leave scars, So sometimes when it ends, we just want to be like, okay, I just need to be okay. I just need to be fine. I need to get over this. I need to move on. And yes, it's very important. But part of moving on is actually letting your body process that pain. Cry, release, punch the pillow because you're angry, somebody did something to you. And most of the times we don't allow ourselves to experience those things. The anger is a very important part of you that loves you. And we always put the anger as like it's in our shadow, and like that it's a bad thing. But no, our shadow has very important things. And for example, anger is the part of you that loves you the most. I heard that once and it stuck. It got stuck to me because it is true. When you get angry, it's because a part of you felt disrespected. A part of you felt like you were not treated properly the way you should, or that somebody's taking advantage of you, or that, just frustration in general. So sometimes we need to allow our body to process that. Of course, you're not going to go around yelling at people. But, for example, when people yell at customer service, for example, a lot of the times these people, it's not that they are mean. It's just that they've been holding to so much anger that they didn't process, and they just blow up with the wrong people, So anger has to be felt in a very healthy manner. So if you're feeling, okay, acknowledge, what am I feeling? Is it anger? Okay, so just punch the pillow, go do some boxing, a way to let the energy out, go practice some kickboxing or something. Or if you can, just like punch the pillow, scream on the pillow, like, because then you're not going to explode out in the world with the wrong people that has nothing to do with our issues, our problems, our own personal experiences. In a way, we are all connected, yes, but we have very individual experiences because we come here to learn different things, right? So I worked in customer service for a long time, and I dealt with this, that you just say good morning and the person's already feeling very angry and screaming. And I used to feel a bit, personal. I felt sometimes that it was a personal attack, but then I learned with years, it's not about me. This person is already dealing with so much that they didn't process, right? So this is a message for somebody. Okay, what else? I also need more tea. I also got, okay, so I was telling that I did a lot of somatic movement myself, and it helps me release a lot of trauma in my body. And I wrote, your body knows what to do. That's very important. I'll get back to it. Clear trauma from the body. Guys, it's true. In somatic movement, it's kind of like you start doing the movements and you let your body do its thing. You get in the zone, and you let your body do it. Like, for example, static dancing is a great thing to do because you just put this music, like some drums, and you let your body move the way it wants to move. And you start doing some movements, some stretches, but allowing your body to take the lead, because our body knows what to do. Our body knows what needs to be adjusted, what needs to be shaken off, put some music and let your body do its movement. If it wants to jump, if it wants to shake. I'm even feeling like I want to shake right now, right? If you're feeling like you want to, have this like spasms, like movements, it's your body wanting to release some stored energy. Okay. And I read this book, and this book came like a long time ago, and I got this book on my mind to write to you guys. Book is The Body Keeps a Score. This book is amazing. Okay, it's written by a doctor, and he studied. His work started with veterans, and how they had like these recurring diseases or PTSD and things like that, and how they, even with therapy and all of this, working on their mind, sometimes, they still got triggered a lot, and they had all this chronic pains and all of this weird symptoms, because their body, even though they were working like to release the trauma from their minds, their body was still holding on to that trauma, to the experiences they lived. So it's a wonderful book. It's a book for therapists and clients. It's amazing, guys, and I think it's worth giving a shot. So the message came through. So maybe it's for somebody that's been thinking about it. I'm getting a message for somebody that has this book in their shell and they didn't get to this book yet. So this is a message for you to read it. Okay. Then I got your body's talking to you. Past wounds. So I think that this is for somebody that maybe is feeling some symptoms that they really don't know what to make of them, and especially if you already got, your exams is up to date, like, and there's nothing really clinical there, or maybe you're just feeling like, like those things tingling, and sometimes we feel fascia, guys. This is all about fascia. Sometimes we feel like so stiff. Our body feels so stiff, and we're like, okay, but why? I exercise, or like you start stretching, but you see like, oh my God, I'm so stiff. So you're uncomfortable, like your shoulders, like our body talks to us. What is it that you have to release? Let your body help you find out. Meditate. And, so this is for somebody that is feeling, just confirmation for somebody that is feeling those things. It means it's some past wounds that you're not processed, and it's kind of messing up with your nervous system a little bit, So the lavender and amethyst, again, lavender is it's my favorite flower, to be honest. And it's kind of the theme here. The color is kind of the theme of my channel too. But I got this message that maybe it's your dream to visit a lavender fields. And that's what I got. Like, yeah, dream. And that you can make that come true for you. Work with amethyst. You know what's funny? Like, I'm sorry to hijack your reading. Just quick story. When I did the 2 years traveling, guys. I quit my, like, quick backstory. I quit, kind of made a deal with the company I used to work for, and I left my job. And you know, I was trying to do that for a long time. I was planning, but I was comfortable. So I never got like to the point of like, I don't want to quit, right? But then a lot of change happened within the company that made me say, you know, this is the time. Like, you know, they are offering me something that I don't want to do. So this is the time to say, you know, we better part ways. I want to travel. I want to, you know, so I did that, guys. And I took 2 years, me and my cat, traveling the world. I'll tell more about it. If you want to know more about this, I'll tell you some more stories about it. But I have a cat that I adopted. I lived in Mexico City for 3 years, sorry. And I adopted a cat there, and I took this cat with me everywhere. She's a traveler too. And, you know, I started doing some volunteer work, you know, in countries to be able to stay longer. And I went to Albania, which is a place that honestly for me, it was very healing. I went on hermit mode there. I was there for 3 months, completely isolated, completely alone. I would go on walks, go to the beach and things like that, and, you know, connect with myself. And one of my dreams was actually to see a lavender field myself. And I remember sometimes I like to paint. So I started painting, and I said, I want to paint lavender fields. And I painted these lavender fields, even though I never seen one in person. And guys, the next, I decided to go on this, I decided to go back to the Schengen countries, and I did the volunteer website that I can tell you about, guys, if you're interested. And I found this family that needed help, and they were in France. And guys, I got there and I stayed there for a month and a half. And guys, I saw so many beautiful lavender fields. I manifested that, you know, through my painting, kind of. So guys, you know, art is such a powerful way to manifest your dreams. Journaling, writing, you know, sometimes just write your story how you want it to be, how you want it to end, or paint something that you want to see. Maybe it will come to reality, if you know. And I painted those lavender fields, and guys, that family was so wonderful, and they took me to beautiful lavender fields. And I'll put here to post one of these pictures of the lavender fields in the community tab. Picture lavender friends. I'll post a picture of me in this lavender fields, and you know, it's real, guys. Manifestation is powerful. Okay, sorry to hijack your reading, talking about myself, but I felt like this is important for somebody, because if that's your dream, it doesn't have to be lavender fields. I think that this is just one thing, you know. It can be the Eiffel Tower, it can be sunflower field, it can be seeing the snow for the first time. Like, whatever this is, dream it and try to find ways to manifest it through art. You know, write about it like you're already there. Like, write a short story, paint, you know. Okay, so we are already 24 minutes in this reading, and I didn't get to the cards yet. I'm sorry, because, you know, the messages keep coming through, guys. I sense things, and I get the energy, and I start talking about it. So I'm sorry if we didn't get to the cards. I'll get to it. I also got the message of being spooked by something, but it's nothing to be afraid of. And I heard the phrase in my mind, go back to sleep, but very gentle. It's like, go back to sleep. So I don't know what this is about. This is probably for somebody that maybe you are you know, with ascension, when you start to meditate and get in touch with your higher self, sometimes we might have sensations like, for example, yesterday I channeled a loved one touch on the leg, so I would feel like the sensation on my leg, like a light, like a breeze, like a very gentle touch. So if you're starting to feel those things, you don't have to feel spooked, because the message was like, it's nothing to be afraid of. And then I heard, go back to sleep. So maybe somebody, this is not going to resonate to everybody, but maybe this message is from somebody, for someone that is kind of spooked about the things that's been happening to you. But there you are protected, that you have your angels, your ancestors, your guides, whatever you believe in, and God is just telling you, go back to sleep. Okay, there's nothing to be afraid of. You can relax, and this is just, you know, the love's touch. You know, most of the time, before I started to get into spirituality a lot, I grew up a Christian, so I there was kind of a wound there. I was kind of afraid, you know, of a lot of things, and I was afraid of this unknown, the spiritual world. And I remember that every time I felt anything, and a lot of people do that, they always think it's something bad. Oh my God, like a spirit, like a ghost, you know. But actually, I think most of the time it's actually something good. But sometimes the first thing that comes to our mind is like, oh my God, this is like bad. You know, it's not. It doesn't have to be. And you can feel it in your body. How did that feel? Did that feel bad? Because your body will feel the tension if it's something. And I don't even say bad, because, you know, just lower energy. I don't like to say bad, evil. I just like to say like a denser energy. You would feel in your body like the tension, and you feel kind of weird, you know. But if you felt gentle and all, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean it's something of a denser energy. Okay, so nothing to be afraid of. Even the shadow beings and lower realms, it's created by God. Okay, this really helped me heal that, because this I heard from Christina. She has a channel called the Heart Alchemy, or I'm sorry if I'm not saying it right, Christina. I would double check, and I'll put in the description if you want to know. And she talks about ascension and all the symptoms. And one day she mentioned that even the beings of the lower realms, they are created by God. Even darkness is created by God. So they are just away from the source, you know, but they are still created by God. So there's nothing to be afraid of. Okay. I also heard the noise will stop. I don't know what that means. Just came and I wrote it. Maybe you're having like listening to a lot of things, or maybe just the noise in your head, like overthinking, that it will stop. I need more water. And then I was getting ready to record, and I was putting my mic on my blouse, and I noticed that my blouse was on the reverse, right? It was the wrong way, and I got the message right there. Something reversed. So I saw, oh, this is a message. I believe that everything that happens in the space can be a message. And then I saw it in my mind's eye, like something reversed. I heard the words, something that was put on the wrong side. And I heard check again. Okay, so this is very specific for somebody. Maybe something you're trying to make work, that you're trying to put together, is not working, and you keep like being frustrated. Check again. Maybe you've put something on the wrong side. Okay, so let's get to the cards. Half an hour and I'm just talking. Sorry guys, I'm a storyteller sometimes. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm gonna start with this oracle deck, the Anatomy of a Witch, because I feel like that is a deck that has everything to do with what we're talking about here, you know, about healing the mind, body and soul, your spirit, and somatic movement, all of that. And this oracle talks about all of those things. All right. All right, spirit. Okay. Feeling guided to get one charm for confirmation, maybe for somebody or just for the reading. Okay, one charm. Oh, okay. Nice. It's the same ring that I have. It's the infinity sign. Okay. It's also means, I also see this a lot of as alchemy, you know, because energy cannot be destroyed, right? It can only be recycled, let's say. So sometimes, you know, that's why it's important to the alchemical process of healing, because it's not like, oh, okay, I just, I'm getting rid of all the energy that I don't want, all the lower density, all the bad energy. Like, you know, it cannot just be removed and destroyed. It's going back to the universe, right? So it reminds me of that it's not just about getting rid of it, but importantly is to transform it, because energy cannot be destroyed, guys. It's a cycle, you know. It's infinite, right? So most of the times when I do some clearing, like some cleansing my own energy, or when I want to remove blockages and things like that, I imagine it becoming light. I imagine it becoming golden and, you know, being transformed into something beautiful that I can use to help others. That I imagine it being transformed in wisdom, in experience. That's why artists are so good at doing that, because they get the pain, they get all of that, and they transform that into art. They put that energy, that pain was transformed in art, right? And that art is going to touch other people. It's going to reach other people that felt the same, and that can sometimes even cry listening to a song or watching a movie or reading a book, right? So that's important. I'm very glad that this came. I'm going to leave that here. Oh, maybe you cannot see. I'm going to leave it here. Here. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. All right. One more? No? Good. Okay. All right. Let's get to it. Okay, Spirit. This deck is so beautiful. Let's get to it, guys. Give me a moment to... These cards, they shuffle like a dream. So I already pre-shuffled the other day when I was kind of connecting to it, but maybe just an... Wait, that was not... Maybe just an extra shuffle. I'm not very good at shuffling like this, and I don't like it. Sometimes I feel like it damaged the cards. So, but I'm feeling guided to do this little shuffle here, okay? And, okay, let's go. Let's get the overall energy. One or two cards for the overall energy. What has to be healed? What is the collective doing? What's the overall energy for this reading? All right, Spirit, thank you so much. Allow me to deliver. Okay, God, allow me to deliver the message for the collective. What they need to know right now about this energy, about their journey, their ascension, their self-discovery. Okay, I'm feeling this one. And one more. One more. Oh. Okay, this one. All right. In the bottom of the deck, I got vision. Oh, right. Bottom of the deck, we got vision. Look at the art here. So pretty. So you have a vision. There's an eye here. There's some like flowers. This, I forgot the name of this flower. But there's a key. A blue ribbon and a key. You got the vision on the key. You see that the key seems to be obstructed by the eye. So maybe you're looking for the key. Guys, my readings sometimes are a bit out there, okay? I leave room for interpretation as well, because sometimes you just feel it. See that this eye is looking here on the flowers and the branches, but it's not seeing the key. So maybe look a bit further. The key is very close for you to find, okay? All right, let's see what we got. All right, I'm not gonna... It came reversed, but I'm not feeling to get the reverse. I usually don't read reverses. Guys, I'm so sorry. I had to cut the video right there because I went up to grab something and my calendar, and I forgot that my mic was connected to the telephone that I'm recording, and I forgot, so I got up and I took everything down with me. So sorry about that. So very interesting, guys. We got 2 cards that talk about the moon. Okay, we got the waxing and the waning moon, and then the new moon energy. Very interesting, very intuitive, right? The moon is about secrets, and that the energy of the moon is like so mystic, right? And I think that's very nice that since we're talking about you getting in touch with your intuition, with your body, releasing energy, that we got 2 cards that talk about the moon. And today I'm recording this video on December 9th. So today we are actually in the waxing moon. Right now, in this date, this reading is timeless. Okay, so maybe right now, this is not the waxing moon for you, but check what moon is it. And we are in the waxing moon right now, and it's about 50% visible now, which is interesting. So maybe right now, you're just seeing something about 50%. Vision. Oh my God. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So on the bottom of the deck was vision. Remember? Oh my God. Thank you. I love when this happens. Okay. I'm getting excited. Okay, Spirit, let's slow down, guys. Okay. So remember I said there is an eye here, and this eye has the vision, but it cannot see everything. There is the key is not on the eye, on the side. Like the eye is looking through the plants but cannot see the key. It's hidden, but it's right there. And then I didn't even turn those cards, and then we got this, the waxing moon, which means that by now the moon is about 50% visible. You cannot see the new moon. You cannot see the full picture yet. Oh my God. I feel like I'm going to keep these 3 of them. Okay, this is, all right. So right now, maybe what's happening, you cannot see something clearly. Whatever your situation is that you're meditating on, and okay, it's a collective reading, so it can be about anything. Maybe we can get further information, okay, with the tarot, but there's something right now that perhaps you cannot see completely. Maybe you don't have clarity over it yet. You're still kind of undecisive, or you're still looking for an answer. Wait a second. I feel like this is important. One moment. Okay, I feel like this is, I feel like there is something you want to understand, but you can't right now. You don't have all the pieces of this puzzle. You have a feeling about something. You have a feeling, an idea, but there is some missing pieces, and just the things just don't add up. Or there's also a vision of something that you want to achieve, a project, but you're feeling like you don't have exactly a clear idea, but you know, you cannot see the key factor to it yet. You cannot see, a key also represents like opening a new doorway, right? A gateway. So maybe you cannot see your way out yet, because the key represents when you open to something, and the door is just, you know, figurative, guys. It's just, it's a metaphor for, you know, it can be an opportunity, a relationship. It can be, you're not seeing the key to open that gateway, that door. You cannot find the key, like there is something missing. And then you got the waxing moon. It's not clear yet. But then we got the new moon, fresh start, fresh energy. And you can see the moon clearly. So something will be revealed. You'll find the key. Something will be revealed, because the moon energy also has like the secrecy, mystery, right? I believe that something will be revealed to you. I'm feeling guided to say that. I'm feeling that something will be revealed. And by the time we get to the new moon, maybe Work with the full moon. Yes, I'm getting that too. Work with the next full moon. Is on December 15. Yeah. On December 15, we have the full moon in Gemini, which, you know, is strong communication, creative, curiosity, energy. It's the cold moon on December 15. We're going to have the cold moon because it's like the longest nights, like the winter, and it's called the cold moon. And it's also a period for resting. It's also being, you know, it also calls you to rest and meditate, you know, on what do you want to release, you know, what is it that you need to communicate, you know, to finish some cycle. So maybe because it's in Gemini, it's going to have a strong communication, social energy to it. So maybe even there's something that you need to say. That's why maybe you don't have the full vision yet, because maybe you're just making assumptions about something. Okay, this is not for everybody, but maybe the reason why you can't see everything is because you're not really asking. Okay, guys, this is not a judgmental place, okay? It's just what's coming through, and it's always coming from a place of love. Sometimes we do that. We are afraid to speak up. We need to work, you know, on our communication skills and our throat chakra. So maybe the reason why you can't see things clearly yet is because maybe you need some information. So go ask if it's regarding a communication or a person, okay? And for another part of this collective, I think it's just a matter of not having an answer for something that you really want to know, or like a project or something like that. You don't have the full vision yet. But it's coming, okay? So work with the energy of this full moon on December 15. The full moon is a great time to, you know, release old energy, close some cycles, you know, so you can get a fresh start and see things a bit more clearly, okay? That's great. All right. Right, okay. I think that we got what we need from this deck, and I'm gonna move on to the tarot. Okay. All right. Just gonna put it in the box because I love it so much. Okay. So what tarot spirit should we use? 1 second. This or this? Yeah, okay. I'm feeling guided to use the light seers. Okay, classic. Not the classic, but it's also a classic. I think it's already very well known in the community. I like this tarot. I like the art. Okay, so I'm feeling guided to use it. Let's go. Finish my tea. It's already cold, but I like it. And then I'll leave here so I have more room. All right, guys. And maybe I can also move this. Okay. Today I'm a bit clumsy. I really do. I'm really getting the energy of a clumsy person. Well, I'm clumsy too. I'm just joking. Sometimes we want to blame it on the energy of others, but it's our own. I'm joking. All right. Let's get some message from the tarot. Okay, Spirit wants to come through. Oh, okay. The energy is a bit stuck here. Not very good at shuffling this way, I told you. I think my hands are like... all right, let's go. I already pre-shuffled anyway, so let's go. All right, Spirit. So what else do you need to know about this energy, about this vision that is compromised, that the person is not seeing very clear right now? So what does the collective need to know about this vision that is being compromised? So I'm feeling guided to ask, okay, let's get some more details on what is it that what is this key Holy Spirit, that the collective needs to see that right now is not being visible to them. So what is this key about for the collective, Spirit? What is this key about? What is this? Okay, oh, okay, all right. We got the Three of Swords. So I think that, yeah, I think that this, all right, this makes sense. I believe that this is going to be kind of a relationship. It's not going to be completely only about that. But I think that we were talking, with the messages that I got, that I wrote, it came very strong, like your body's talking to you, past wounds. It talks about releasing trauma from your body. So now, with this thing that you cannot see, this key, why you cannot see things clearly yet, is because I think you're in pain, or you're still kind of trying to heal from a broken heart. Something broke your heart, but I do feel that for some part of this collective, it is about love. But I feel like it's not just about it, because it's not just relationships that break our hearts, right? Sometimes friendships break our heart, missed opportunities that we think that were missed, but I think that everything happens for a reason. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't break our heart. You need to transmute that energy, right? To release it, remember? Nothing can be destroyed but transformed. I'm gonna get one more, but I'm feeling guided to say that maybe this heartbreak, this pain that you're feeling, okay, bottom of the deck I got the Eight of Pentacles. She's very interesting to look, guys. I love when there's little coincidences, not coincidences, but those things happen as confirmation. The bottom of the decks, we got the Eight of Pentacles. And in this particular deck that I felt guided to use, instead of like the actual pentacles, like they are the pentacles, but they are also the moon phases. Look at this. I think I'm talking to a collective that really needs to work with the moon energy, guys. And me included. Because the moon affects me so much, like greatly. Especially the full moon. And I've been getting more in touch with the moon lately. I have my little rituals. I did a very nice one last full moon, and with the salt in the water, and to cleanse energy. And I do feel the benefits of it. I feel like this collective needs to perhaps work with this energy of the moon. Look, the moon is like a recurring thing in this reading, guys. The phases of the moon. Look. So yes, work with the full moon to release this pain, this heartbreak, for whatever reason, regardless if it's love, if it's about your professional life, maybe you had some big disappointment. I'm feeling that. And even maybe it's not even something, guys, it doesn't have to be something recent, okay? Because, especially because of the messages I channeled on my notebook, I think we're also dealing with some past wounds here. Maybe something that you couldn't really let go of yet. And that's compromising your vision of the future. Perhaps you're feeling hopeless. It's compromising your vision. You cannot see the key. You cannot see the key to a door to a much more beautiful energy and life in whatever area this is related to, okay? If it's love, it's a person. I don't know why I'm feeling guided to say this, but my mom, she really supports what I do, but she's kind of afraid of, well, like I said, I grew up Christian. We went to church, and but she's kind of afraid of some of the images in the tarot, and the Three of Swords, this one is one that she particularly doesn't like. So I'm feeling guided to say that, because maybe you're like, oh my God, this energy is, it's not, you know, heartbreak is, it can be ugly, it can be painful. You're feeling like in this kind of darkness about this situation, but sometimes I think it can be a bit subconscious as well. I'm feeling like for a part of you, for some of you, you may not even be aware how much, because with the vision here being compromised, not being able to see the key, I feel like maybe this is something that you cannot even see. That maybe you just feel sad, depressed, or you just cannot move on, for example, in relationships, like that you cannot trust anymore, or your own projects, you just feel like you lost, your mojo, like but because maybe your body's still holding to all of this, and it goes in a self-protective mode, freeze, flight, or fight, I'm feeling guided to get one more. With the bottom of the deck, the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like this was more for confirmation of the moon, that I need to tell you to work with the moon. Try working. I mean, like I said, this reading is timeless. There is a full moon now, December 15, on Gemini, but if you're watching this like a year later, months later, there is gonna be the next full moon for you, right? So work with that energy and help release, because when you release that, I do feel like you're gonna be able to get back to your old self, to get back in your creative, because this card also talks about your craft, right? It talks about, studying, like improving your craft. So this heartbreak can be about your creative process. Maybe you're an artist that people just, being kind of, you didn't get some good reviews on a business that's been breaking your heart, or on your art, or maybe you've been getting no after no, whatever. If you're an influencer, for example, and things just haven't been moving on for you, and this has been breaking your heart, or if you're trying to open your own business and it's not working, because the Eight of Pentacles talks about, your craft. So when you cannot see this, but once you're able to release this, you're going to go back to your projects. You're going to go back to being you, to feel inspired. Okay, I'm feeling guided to get one more. Okay, I think I'm feeling guided to leave this here too. So maybe I'm just going to have to move. Okay, I'm feeling guided to leave this here with those two. Okay, can see there, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, look. I was gonna shuffle to get one more card, but then it was on the wrong side, and it's Temperance here. Harmony. That balance, right? I love this card because, this like feminine energy balance, like this angel, right? This being is not a woman or a man. It's kind of gender fluid, and it has both energies beautifully balanced. Very nice. Okay, let's get one more for here. I want a confirmation. I want another for the Three of Swords spirit about this thing. What is it that they cannot see? What is it about this heartbreak? Do you have any more information for us, Holy Spirit, about this heartbreak that is compromising the collective's vision? Please, Spirit. What is this heartbreak about? Okay. King of Wands. Oh my God, Temperance again. on the bottom of the deck. All right, by this point, this is a message. Temperance. Wow, okay. And we got the King of Wands with the Three of Swords. I love this King of Wands because, you know, he's in the zone, like I like to say. And this King of Wands in this deck, it's kind of sexy. It's kind of, you know, confident. The King of Wands is confident. It's the king that is the more creative, the more relaxed, right? It's a king that he's not as strict. He's driven by his passion. Movement represents this king. Creativity, passion. So I think that if it came as a clarifier for me for the Three of Swords, I believe that this can be related to some creative process maybe that you had, something related to your passion. Maybe you used to be this King of Wands energy, right? Masculine energy and driven and passionate and go. You used to take action, and now you just cannot get there because of this heartbreak. Your vision cannot be like it's your this heartbreak with the vision card that is being compromised. I feel like you're not being able to tap in that energy. Is that it, Spirit? Okay, that's not gonna be for everyone, but for some of you, this heartbreak can be about a divine masculine, or just, you know, a partner, whatever is your gender. As you know, we all have masculine and feminine energy, whatever is your gender that you identify as, and whatever kind of whatever gender you are attracted to. The king represents the masculine here, but it doesn't mean that it has to be a man, okay? It's just that the energy of the king is this person. So for some people, this heartbreak, it is about this King of Wands, like this person that maybe came with a lot of passion, that showed you all this, you know, this interesting, fun date life, and then maybe just left you, and now you feel kind of like you don't know where to go. You cannot see past that. So for some of you, it is about love. And for others of you, I do feel like it's about your creative. So if you're still here, just let me know in the comments if that resonated for you either way. Love, or, because I like to know if it's, you know, if the messages are resonating. And for some of you, it is about your creative power. Okay, thank you, Spirit. This heartbreak is something related to your inner power. You're feeling like your power of creation, your passion. You cannot see that. Your inspiration is kind of gone. You cannot find it anymore because something maybe, and it's interesting because yesterday I got a similar message for the collective about some project that you kind of felt like they failed at. If you're interested, just watch that reading too, about something that didn't work in the past, and now they kind of lost their inspiration. And I think it's normal that some messages come that are similar because we're talking to the collective energy, and this could be, you know, what's happening to the collective. You know, something that maybe bad reviews or things like that can make you feel heartbroken. You just cannot find the strength because the lion is there, right? And it reminds me of the strength card. I'm getting Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, kind of fire energy, fire sign. So maybe just a confirmation for you. All right, let's get going then. Okay, so let's ask. With the Temperance on the bottom, again, guys, maybe I should put Temperance here as well. With the full moon, because I think that this is, on the bottom of the deck, I always like to interpret this as kind of an energy like that is surrounding this reading, like that is working on the background and things like that, or that is the main, the energy of that question or something. And the Temperance came twice. So I think it is about finding your mojo again, aligning once again, right? Mind, body, and soul. Okay, thank you, Spirit. This card is everything to do with mind, body, and soul. With aligning your mind, your body, and your spirit. Balance your feminine, your masculine energy, your energy centers. Lavender, the colors here, like it's giving me this vibe. And funny, lavender and gold is the colors of my channel. So you have to find that balance again. Have patience as well. I feel like it's gonna get better. Temperance is a beautiful, beautiful energy. Oh my God! I just saw, look, the moon again here. Guys, the moon is gonna be very important for you. I get excited because I love these little synchronicities that I get in the readings. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Once again, the moon energy. This moon is important. Okay. All right. Now let's go, because I want to get some cards for the waxing and new moon. We are in the waxing new moon right now. And what should I ask here? I want to get an answer like, this is what's compromising your vision, right? This heartbreak, this pain, like this, your heart is aching, right? For something, like you're just sad. You're just very sad. And I want to get now how you get from this waxing, right? From this moon that is not yet all full for you to see, all new and fresh start, because the waxing is the process, like it's gonna get to the full moon, right? It's growing, and it gets to the full moon, and then finally new moon, new energy, fresh start. So this means that you will get your fresh start once you get this key that you cannot see, once you are able to get over this heartbreak, this loss, this feeling that you're just like out in the cold. You are going to be able to transition from the waxing to the new moon. And what is in the middle of this is the new moon, right? It's the full moon. Interesting that I said new moon. But so we're going to get cards to know what you have to do. What's the Spirit's advice for you to go from the waxing to the new moon energy? What do you have to do? What is in the middle of them is the full moon. So what do you have to release? What do you have to do? Perhaps what's the advice from Spirit to the collective on what to work to get from this to this, from the waxing to the new moon, to this fresh start, from not seeing clearly, Holy Spirit, to seeing things clearly and a fresh start. Okay, Spirit, let us know. What is it the collective needs to do? What is your advice? What do they need to know about this transition? How do they get the clarity, Spirit, about their situation? One more, please. I'm feeling guided to get one more. One more, Spirit. One more, Spirit. Okay, this one I'm feeling. All right, thank you. Bottom of the deck. Ooh, Two of Swords. Okay, so you might have to make the energy. Like, I didn't really flip them yet, but bottom of the deck, I have the Two of Swords, right? So actually, in order for you to get to that waxing, to new moon energy. What do you have to do in this new full moon? Maybe it's meditate on a decision. Maybe you are in a crossroads, you know. Maybe you have to make a choice. Maybe you have. I'm saying. I'm okay. I'm listening. Choose yourself. There's the crows here. They are very wise. Her eyes, you see, they're veiled. She cannot see it. Like you can't. Oh my God! Thank you, Spirit. Again. All right. Thank you. Oh, again. Look. Synchronicities. Here, the vision. She cannot see the key. Here, her vision. It's closed. You cannot see. Okay, thank you, Spirit, for that. Another synchronicity. I love it. I love it. Okay, so you cannot see yet. You only... I think that this back of the deck, it's talking about that maybe, you know, her hands, for example, in this picture, her hands are free. She can just remove this veil, right? She can remove this thing that is covering her eyes. Forgot the name of it in English. She can remove it. Her hands are free. Her arms, right? It's almost like she's being controlled by, but not really. She can just remove them and see the way out. Once again, if you just remove what's in front of you, like what you're focusing on, right now it's not the main goal. The key is the goal. If you just remove that and say, God, Spirit, show me, like, let me remove that veil. Like, let me see things clearly, because you're not seeing things clearly right now, apparently. And it's a moment that we all go through, right? We need some clarity. But sometimes we are the ones that, you know, just keeping ourselves blind. I feel like that's something that you don't want to see. Like here. She's looking for, like this eye is looking for the key. Is scanning for the key. But it's not really going through that, those flowers to look for the key. So I'm getting the feeling now that I think that there's something that you don't want to see. The answer might be right in front of you. Just remove the thing from your eye. Why can I remember this word now? Just remove the veil, like the wow, that might be an answer, because exactly, like not even you know what is not even you know what's making you blind right now. So maybe that's why you cannot remove it. Okay, and the moon, the mystery. Okay, so maybe, that could be a message that maybe you don't know what is actually keeping you blind. You don't know that it's you, that you have the power to remove it. And I do believe that this is through healing, through processing those emotions, that heartbreak, that facing it, that maybe something you don't want to see about a person or a situation. Sometimes just accepting that it didn't work, that it was kind of shit. I'm sorry about the word, but sometimes that's how I'm feeling guided to say. Sometimes you just have to accept that a situation was kind of shit, that it wasn't good for us. In relationships, professional life, anything, you name it. But sometimes we don't want to see. I'm also getting abusive relationship, toxic relationship, narcissistic relationship. Sometimes we know it, but we don't want to remove the veil. We don't want to remove the bandage, like the thing that is... the blindfold. Okay. Blindfold. Thank you. I remember the word. So maybe you will see now. This is a message. I couldn't remember the word blindfold. My English is not my first language. So I couldn't remember the word blindfold. So maybe this is a message for you. Maybe you couldn't see up to now what is actually keeping you blind. Maybe you couldn't see the key because you were refusing the truth. Swords also talk about the truth, right? Swords is also about truth, the intellect. So this pain you're feeling, maybe you just don't want to acknowledge, you don't want to see that you need to process it. You need to let this go. But you also need, for you to let this go, you have to feel it. You have to acknowledge it. Right? Remove the blindfold. Okay? If you got it to write that, remove the blindfold. It's you. I'm feeling like there's something more to say here, Spirit. Allow me to deliver the message. Okay, guys, sometimes I need a moment. I feel like something wants to come through. I'm here, Angelica. Just a confirmation, okay. Angelica, angel, okay. Watch out for the enemy. Okay. I got a little goosebump. Okay, and I got all right, okay. This is not gonna be for everybody. This is going on a really shadow aspect of this reading. I'm getting this very important message for someone. I got the in my head the movie Sleeping with the Enemy. You remember that movie? I think it's with Julia Roberts, and she's married to a narcissist and abusive husband, and I'm getting goosebumps as I say this. For some of you, or for someone, not for all, okay, this is for someone. You are in an abusive relationship and you can't see it because it used to be great, right? It used to be beautiful. It used to be like this passion. But now it just breaks your heart. And it's just keeping you in pain. You have to take off the blindfold. You have to see it for what it is. Okay, so this is not for everybody, guys, but... And I'm sorry if it's for you. Because I've been there. And they just... You know... They get you on the blind side. Like they start very beautifully. And the moon also represents secret, right? Something that is hidden. But the moon has different phases when it reveals itself. But we only can see one side of the moon, right? The other side of the moon is not visible to us, the Lilith. Why am I saying that, Spirit? You saw the dark side. I hear that you saw it. But you don't want to see it. Like you don't want to acknowledge it. You don't want to accept it, okay? So I'm sorry for you. And for others of you, most of you, it's just, you know, about... not about love. But something that you're also refusing to see or to accept. But let's keep going. I didn't even flip those two yet, so let's see what's coming. First was this one. And the second was this one. Okay, I don't usually read reverses, but when I flipped it, it was reversed. So I'm gonna see what I feel from this card. If I do feel it, that it should be reversed. Beautiful, beautiful energy, guys. We got the 10 of Wands. And we got the Hierophant. Look. Maybe like this. Look. And the reason... Okay, thank you, Spirit. It came on the reverse. But I didn't feel like I want to read it on the reverse. However, I did feel like there is a reverse aspect of this card that needs to come through. And I'm going to get to that. This card talks about going on a journey, leaving things behind, getting what belongs to you and letting and just go. Which kind of reinforces, unfortunately, for those who have an abusive relationship, it's time to go, to pack and go. But why it came reverse at first? Because maybe right now you're not feeling confident enough, and I'm so sorry. You know it's time to let go. You know it's time to move on. But maybe for whatever reason, sometimes housing situation, financial situations, we just get stuck. It's hard to leave the comfort zone sometimes, even when it's not comfortable anymore. But you have to go. And the journey might not be so comfortable. You see, she has the help. I think you will get help. She's getting help from this bull, right? It's a bull. He's helping her carry her luggage. He's helping her carry her burdens. So ask for help of a loved one, a family member, a best friend. Sometimes, you see she has only a few things. She has her wands, right? She's taking with her creative, her power, her passion. She's taking with her and she's carrying it. And the bow is helping her carry the other stuff. But she's carrying her power, her fire. Sometimes that's all you need. You don't need all the furniture you bought. You don't need everything that you invested. Just get your creativity, get your passion, and go. And maybe the journey will be a bit difficult. I'm getting a little, I'm also getting travel for somebody. So maybe I'm getting that maybe you live in another country. From like you moved and you're away from your home country. Maybe you're living with the person or in a situation and you have to go back home, for example. It happened to me. Not with the relationship, but just job, life, professional life in general. And sometimes it's hard. We don't want to go. But look, I didn't want to come back home too. And to be honest, sometimes it's not where I see myself living for the rest of my life. But I'm very happy to be here right now because this place allowed me to start this. So sometimes, the journey is not so comfortable and we go kind of sad, looking like, oh man, no, leaving all of that behind and, but it's okay. You cannot see it yet, but look where it's going to take you if you go on that journey. Hierophant energy, joy, happiness, balance. You are healing. You've done so much work from the messages that I channeled before. This is a collective that is, connecting with their mind, body, and soul, or that has to. The noise will stop. Maybe it's noisy in your home. Maybe it's noisy where you are. Fights or something. And I'm sorry if that's happening to you. I'm so sorry. Something reversed. Put on the wrong side. Remove blockages. Your body knows what to do. Your body's talking to you. Past wounds. Maybe your body's telling you, go. Leave. Okay, this is not going to resonate for all of you. Okay, but I'm feeling strongly that either for someone to actually physically relocate to another place, and for others is just to leave things behind and move forward, right? Leave the wounds, like the whatever is holding you back, compromising your vision, like your sadness, your pain, past wounds. And for others is actual movement, guys. Wands also means movement, right? Taking the action to actually leave. Because if it came on reverse, because maybe that's not where you're at. Maybe you're just thinking about it right now, right? But you're still kind of blindfolded. You still don't want to do it. You still don't want to see it. But you're free. Look at your hand is free. Maybe you didn't remove the blindfold yet. And maybe you're not ready for it yet. And it's okay. I respect that. And you should respect that yet too. But start talking to spirit. Work with this full moon energy to help you release whatever is holding you to this situation or to this person, so you can go get your passion, get your pride, get your creativity and go. Because what's waiting for you, look at this big smile. I want to show it very close to you. Is it? See? This is you. You know, and it's funny because here the Hierophant, it's kind of sitting on the floor, and its clothes, it's kind of like very casual. It's giving me a vibe like I don't have much, but I'm so happy right now. So maybe it doesn't mean that you're gonna go, that it's just your moment at the time, right now. You might have to, maybe I'm getting minimalist kind of living maybe for a while. But look at how happy you're gonna be. I'm getting, that's not for everybody, but I'm getting maybe this person is the main provider or gives you kind of a luxury life. It's not for everyone, okay? This is just for someone very specific. But then you realize that you were happier when you didn't have that much. When you're living like kind of a simpler life and you were traveling. When were out in the world. But with this, I really feel, again, guided to mention, again, the help. You will get help. Ask for help. For some of you, if you don't have a person that can actually help you, because I know I've been there, especially when I was leaving other countries or traveling. Sometimes you don't have an actual person to help you. But, for example, volunteering for me was a way to get help. The times that I was like, I want to continue traveling, but my resources are like, and then, whoa, let's help. I'm going to help others and get help in return. I will volunteer, right? So sometimes help can come in different ways, right? And also in the reading from yesterday, was the help from others, accepting help from others was very strong. So maybe we'll have actual help of a person, or just ask help from your guides. Animals can be guides, right? So I'm also getting that maybe just ask help from your spirit guides, from God, Jesus, whatever, your beliefs are. If you're here, you are into spirituality, not necessarily any religion. I don't have a religion. Just open to energy and to learning, believing love and this huge universe that we have, and source energy, believing God, okay? All right, guys, I think that's very strong. And I do feel like this is it, but I want to get a closing message for you. Okay, I like to get it just to close our reading. And I do feel guided to get it again from the Anatomy of a Witch. Okay. I do feel guided to get one closing message that I will read from the guidebook. Okay. And you just need some water. This was a long reading. If you're still here, just comment. I'm still here, please, because it was long. I'm sorry, guys. But so many messages started to come true. Come through. I said come true. Your dream, the lavender field, the travel, maybe will come true. Because I said I was going to say come through. All right, so thank you, God, for this. Let's get a closing message for this collective. There was a lot of beautiful energy here. There was also, of course, the shadow aspect, but you know, I feel like you are there. I feel like you are becoming aware of this. You are ready to remove the blindfolds and, you know, go from the waxing to the new moon. And so I want to get Spirit one more card, a closing message for the collective. What is the closing message, Spirit, Holy Spirit, that you want to deliver for the collective? What is anything else that they need to know, or any words of confirmation, or anything that just ties everything together? Thank you so much for this reading. And just give us one last message, a closing message. Yes, please. One card. Okay, thank you. All right, it reveals itself. So that's the one. If you got it, just to look quickly here. Okay, air. Dream. Bottom of the deck. Dream. What did I just say about dream? I said coming through, and then I said coming true, like dreams come true, and then we get on the bottom of the deck, dream. So dream. Don't lose hope just because right now it's kind of shit, okay? If it is what's happening, this heartbreak, you know, don't lose hope, because it's dare to dream. You don't have to let go of all your dreams. And if this is not regarding this relationship, any situation, a job, dare to dream that you can do more, that you can be more, that you can travel. I'm getting travel for somebody very strongly. So maybe you are, maybe this vision that you have is related to a travel opportunity or something. So maybe this is a confirmation for you. And with this cat here, like, I feel like this person is very intuitive during the nighttime, and we also have the moon. So maybe this nighttime and the moon here again, right? So maybe you're getting, I feel like I should say that maybe you're getting hints on your dreams. Maybe in your dreams you're getting some messages there. So maybe write your dreams as soon as you wake up. And okay, let's read from this one. Commune. Oh, nice. Look. So this is the card. It's called Commune. This card talks about, you know, we go through isolation and all of that, but sometimes we do need help, and we are stronger together kind of energy. It also talks about travel, I believe, but I'm gonna read from the guidebook, guys, and this will be your closing message. Let's see. 38. Oh, I'm also guided to say air energy. So air signs might just be a confirmation. So this card talks about, okay, says witch work. 3 abstract, I'm gonna hold here while you look at the 3 abstract spirit-like figures appear to dance around a brewing cauldron. Sorry. It is hard to tell where one figure ends and the next one begins, as their energies are combined, united in their purpose. Consider this. Thanks to wordsmiths such as Shakespeare, it's easy to sum the image of a coven of witches brewing up magic around the country. So you can do magic with the help of others. Like this card, right? With the help. So maybe this situation that maybe you're having so much difficulty to leave right now. Oh, okay. All right, I just got a message, but all right. it was about the, you know, the Two of Swords card. It's like the crows were actually trying to help her remove the blindfold, but she couldn't see. I think I put that back. Let me see if it's still here. One second, guys. Yeah, it's here. Look. You see this image? I just got it. Thank you for pointing that out, Holy Spirit. You see, it's like the crows here are actually trying to help her remove it, right? Crows are very wise. They remember your face. They make you face like your shadow aspects, and yes, help. So maybe you have in your circle of friends a friend that is been telling you, hey, this is not right, this is not good, let go. I think that maybe you have a group of people or friends or one person, at least one person that's been trying to help you awake, get out of the situation, right? Oh, dream. Okay, let's go back to it. Sorry, this is just Spirit pointed that out to me, and I thought that it was important to mention that because, yeah, with this card, it's kind of like talks about the importance of people working together. So maybe you do have some people around you that are willing to help you or that have been pointing things out for you. Okay. While a witch may certainly work alone, working with others who share your vision can be an incredible experience. All right, I'm also getting another message here. I got another download here. The vision, the key that you might be trying to find might be in working with others. You know, this vision that you cannot see, right? That it's maybe something's not working and you're like, what? Why is it not working? What am I missing? I'm getting the message that that's not for everybody, okay? That's just for someone. I'm getting that it might be, the key might be working with others, okay? Accepting help or inviting others to work with you, making collaborations, and also full moon in Gemini, right? Gemini's communication, right? When we commune, we come in union with ourselves, with spirit, with each other, right? In convening, we gather to conjure and create something entirely new. In the medieval Welsh poem, when we read the first word from the cauldron, when was it spoken? By the breath of nine themselves it is gently warmed. We are reminded of the power that can be generated when we gather together and collaborate. The key words of these cards are convene, collaborate, conjure, gather. Even when we are working by ourselves, we are collaborating with the world around us. Acknowledge the spirits of places and those that have come before you. When you need help, don't be afraid to ask for it. Embrace the spirit of working together to create something new. Yep. Amen. Guys, like this is very important. Exactly. I love that part that says even when we work alone, it doesn't mean that we are actually working alone. Like right now, for example, I'm working alone. Me and my animals, my cat and my dogs. But I'm not actually working alone because I'm working with you, with your energy here. You're sharing that with me in a level, you know, allowing me to give that message to you. So, and you're helping me, like whoever is watching this, the moment you like my video or you comment or, you know, whatever, whenever you see this, because it's a very new channel and this is such a beautiful and powerful message that I'm really hoping that it would get to the right people, even though I don't have a lot of views right now. I'm not getting a lot of views. And this is such a powerful message that I just wish that it could be spread around there to those who need, but everything happens for a reason. So if you are one person with this very small new channel and you got my video, you received this and or you saw this and you clicked on this, man, this is for you, because this is a very small channel, and if you got this message, this means something very powerful. So even when we feel we think we are alone, we are not. And with this message, I also feel like it's not just about actual people, but working with your spirit guides, okay? Don't know what your beliefs are, but asking for help from spirit is also coming through for me. This will help you get clarity, or actually help you get out of a bad situation that you're in. Okay, guys, I think that this is it for today's reading. It was quite long. But you know, I'm just a conduit, and the messages want to come through, and allow them to come through. So please, like, subscribe, comment if you're still here. Say, I'm still here. And let me know what you think. Let me know if the quality of the video is good, if the audio is good, if there is anything that I can do to make this channel better. Please let me know, and I can't wait to see you guys again. Okay. Bye bye.